So we've all been there. We've got home from work, and there's a horrible, distinctive brown envelope from HMRC on the doormat, and I think everybody's heart skips a beat. However, generally speaking, it's probably just a statement of account or some kind of notice to file a tax return. Unfortunately, however, sometimes it's not just that, and it might well be that HMRC, for whatever reason, are open an investigation into your personal tax return, the corporation tax return, or a stamp duty return, a whole range of things they can inquire into. An investigation may be purely at random, or it might have been triggered by some information that has come to light. In the case of the latter, traditionally I've often been surprised at what information HMRC are not able to join up, some glaring holes in people's affairs, often accidental when it's subsequently been disclosed, but it's a surprise all the same that they weren't picked up by HMRC at the time. Well, HMRC now have their hands on a powerful data gathering computer called Connect. By all accounts, it's supposed to be quite impressive, and it crawls through lots of online data and registered to join the dots in respect of people's affairs. That's not the only information available, though. There's a lot, obviously information came through from Panama Papers, but we also have the more formal disclosures such as FATCA, the Common Reporting Standard, and the world has become a small place in terms of hiding money. Interactions with HMRC clearly not just confined to people and businesses hiding money. HMRC's powers have increased over recent years, and they've got a lot of powers. For instance, things like accelerated payment notices, where in certain circumstances, if there is tax under dispute, then HMRC can issue you with a notice for the payment of the tax, and then you can argue about it later. So pay now, we'll argue later. Clearly these additional powers come with certain sort of responsibilities and obligations on HMRC. We've dealt with a number of cases recently where the allegations that HMRC have overstepped the mark in that regard. So they're quite interesting cases, but becoming more and more common. One thing we do suggest, though, is if you are on the receiving end of some kind of intervention from HMRC, is that you seek advice immediately. And I obviously would say that, wouldn't I? But we have been involved in many cases over the years where the client has started handling an inquiry themselves. They've only succeeded in digging a deeper hole for themselves, and then after a number of letters they've realised they're out of their depth, and in that time they've done themselves quite a lot of harm. So we would ask that if you do get these interventions, then get in touch with us immediately.